Welcome to Illuminati Silver. We tell you the truth about silver. Today is Tuesday, the 9th of February, 2021, and we're looking at an early announcement concerning Tesla and Bitcoin. So let's take a look. Firstly, just a quick shout out to our video published yesterday entitled Gold, Silver, Dollar, Equities, Oil and Bitcoin all rising after Yellen's comments, where we saw basically all markets rising, including gold and silver. Now today, both gold and silver are up again, with gold currently standing at $1,842 and silver at $27.71. Currently struggling to hit that $28 level, but certainly seems to have it in its sights. And we've left a link to yesterday's video below. Now the excitement this morning is about Tesla's investment in the Bitcoin cryptocurrency, causing Bitcoin prices to rise above $48,000, though it has fallen back slightly as we produce this, and is currently standing at $46,541, still some $8,000 higher than last Friday. Now we did say to expect Bitcoin to hit 40,000 this week, though admittedly it's come a little faster and a little higher than even we anticipated. You see, these past 3 months we've produced a regular weekly series on Bitcoin versus gold and silver. For good reason. You see, when we saw the price rise after a number of years back to $18,000, some 3 months or so ago, and then it touched its all-time high at $20,000, we realized this was the beginning of the next leg up in this cryptocurrency. Now, we confess, we're not crypto specialists, and the channel, admittedly, is dedicated to precious metals, and especially gold and silver. But we have often contended, and to some degree advised, to bear in mind that cryptocurrencies are also, to some degree, fighting for the same funds that gold and silver would normally attract, and that any investment monies into these, to some extent, are being deprived of precious metal investment. And this is what alerted our interest, plus of course the opportunity potentially for those interested in cryptocurrencies and have a speculative nature to consider looking at for investment purposes or gambling purposes, as Greg would like to call it. Now, we've placed links to all 10 of the Bitcoin videos we've produced so far in the description box below. So what happened today in the Bitcoin market? Well, Tesla Inc. announced a $1.5 billion investment into Bitcoin yesterday, causing the crypto's price to rise to almost $48,216 at 3:16 p.m. Hong Kong time. The company also said, and this is important, that it would begin accepting the digital currency or token as a form of payment for its electric cars. Now just think about this for a moment. They invest this significant sum of money into Bitcoin and then state that it will accept Bitcoin for electric car purchases. What will that eventually do to the price of Bitcoin and then the value of Tesla's investment? No fools at Tesla for sure. Now, the developments amounted to the largest endorsement of the controversial, as some would call it, cryptocurrency by a mainstream firm. Elon Musk, Tesla's chief executive officer and the world's richest man, I did think it was the guy from Amazon, but there we go, has for weeks been commenting about digital coins, buffeting their prices. So he has given us a little run-up to this. So this is what Bloomberg had to say. We'll quote Bloomberg directly so that we don't misrepresent their comments. Quote, One by one, corporations will add Bitcoin to their balance sheets, and it couldn't get bigger than Tesla, said Vijay Iyer, head of Asia Pacific with cryptocurrency exchange Luno in Singapore. Imagine if 100 companies start putting even 1% into Bitcoin. What's that going to do to demand and supply? A rally was also evident in Bitcoin futures, with April contracts topping $50,000, suggesting shorts are throwing in the towel and signalling traders won't fight the crypto advance. The wider Bloomberg Galaxy Crypto Index jumped to a record. Japanese and South Korean cryptocurrency exposed stocks rose, tracking US and European peers. Bitcoin's ascent to its latest summit came with big swings that continued to stoke controversy about its outlook. Predictions for its possible long-term price range from $400,000 down to zero. Proponents cite backing from the likes of Musk and signs of interest from long-term investors as evidence of a durable Bitcoin rally. They envisage a role for the token as a hedge for risks such as faster inflation, akin to gold. Note that skeptics see speculators at work and echoes of the 2017 boom that turned to bust. The crypto craze is entirely driven by short-term speculative momentum mania, Jeffrey Halley, a senior market analyst at Oanda Asia Pacific PTE, wrote in email comments. For all the noise I keep hearing about how high Bitcoin may go, the noise around how it will be used in everyday life is deafeningly silent. In the wake of Tesla's investment, Michael Novogratz, founder of crypto investor firm Galaxy Digital, said Bitcoin may reach $100,000 by the end of the year. Michael Saylor, chief executive officer of MicroStrategy Inc., declared Bitcoin the scarcest asset in the world. Bitcoin is designed to have a fixed supply of 21 million coins, underpinned by a digital ledger distributed across computer networks. It has more than quadrupled over the past year. Commentators have cited demand from day traders, wealthy buyers, hedge funds, companies, and even interest from usually staid investors like insurers. Unquote. For those who've listened to our Bitcoin series, we got a little excited quite a few weeks ago now, when Anthony Scaramucci, with his hedge fund, also placed a significant investment into Bitcoin. And we saw this really as the start, because he's well connected in Wall Street, as the start of a growing trend. Now, what's been happening, to be fair, is exactly what those of us who stack silver and gold have been wishing would happen to these markets, and particularly to the silver market, it being relatively so small. Now, we did highlight, though, back in towards the end of 2019, that institutions are beginning to take gold more seriously as a private investor option in their advice provision, which actually saw gold rise to all-time highs last year. For other reasons too, but that had an impact. Similarly, but to a lesser extent, silver has also entered the investment radar field. But the more recent Robinhood Reddit attempted short squeeze on silver has brought it to even more people's attention, or reminded those who had forgotten about silver, resulting in retail physical stocks being depleted and physical premiums rising to almost unprecedented levels, with some now being reported at 100%. While the actual silver price is doing moderately well, it still remains in the latter $20 region. There are exciting times ahead for Bitcoin, and yes, one day it will fall from its lofty heights. The question, as always with these things, is how high will it go before that happens? And then, silver listeners, please hear this, where will those funds go when the eventual sell-off of Bitcoin occurs? The next few years are exciting for silver for a host of reasons, and we'll be producing numerous videos on that issue, showing the various factors that will affect its demand and supply. And if we're right, and we suspect that we are, precious metals have been devoid of at least a reasonable proportion of these monies going into cryptos. And one can look forward to the day when that crypto bubble bursts, and then, as we all call it, real money is acquired. What do you think? Will the crypto bubble burst, or will it continue indefinitely and then hold at extremely lofty levels? Do share your thoughts. Meanwhile, thank you so much for listening. If you haven't already done so, please subscribe to our channel. Not forgetting to press the bell sign so you're notified of our videos as and when they're published. And later today, we will be publishing our discussion with Greg on the Richard and Greg channel, where we're talking about some of the issues affecting the Biden presidency. We hope you have found this video interesting and informative. And if so, please give it a thumbs up and share it on social media. Please ensure that you have subscribed to our channel and press the bell sign so that you are notified of any future videos. Also, kindly visit our website at illuminatisilver.com, and if you haven't already done so, please subscribe either as a free or paying member for regular email updates and offers. Disclaimer: Illuminati Silver owners come from a background of banking, international wealth management and economics. Having now retired from these worlds, we are not qualified to give investment advice. Therefore, this and other productions must not be deemed to be giving such advice and merely represent the personal views of its owners.